Hello everyone, welcome back to a YouTube channel of ServerAvatar. I hope you all are doing well. In this video, we are going to discuss a new product launched by ServerAvatar called as a ServerAvatar Lite. It has been launched just a few days back. It is completely free to use. To see or to check out our ServerAvatar Lite, you can visit serveravatar.com and go to the products. Here you can see the ServerAvatar Lite. So basically what ServerAvatar Lite is, the first question arises. So ServerAvatar Lite allows you to install a ServerAvatar panel directly on your server. With just one command, you can install a ServerAvatar panel on your server. ServerAvatar Lite provides a numbers of features to use on your server. But there are the four specific main or important features ServerAvatar provides. So first feature is you can install a ServerAvatar panel on unlimited numbers of servers. You can host an unlimited number of sites on a server and you do not require to have or create an account with a ServerAvatar. You can just directly copy this command and you can directly paste it to on your server. Apart from this, the one of the main feature is it will allow you to install and host WordPress, Laravel, Node.js, custom PHP and many more websites on a server. ServerAvatar Lite also allows you the flexibility to install a tech stacks according to your wish. ServerAvatar provides a tech stacks like LAMP and LOM and a Node stacks. Basically the Apache web server, Nginx web server, Open Lightspeed web server. So these are the four stacks by default it provides. You can select according to your requirement. That is the flexibility given by the ServerAvatar. Apart from this, you also have the flexibility to install a database according to your requirement. ServerAvatar Lite provides a flexibility on databases such as MySQL, MariaDB and MongoDB. ServerAvatar Lite is come up with a basic feature of a ServerAvatar, such as a Cloudflare integration, logs, firewall, cron jobs. These are the basic feature. Apart from this, you have the many other features you can experience in a ServerAvatar Lite. So, if you want to install a ServerAvatar Lite on your server, there are some prerequisite or some basic requirement by the ServerAvatar to install a ServerAvatar Lite panel on your server. The basic requirements are you should have the server with Ubuntu OS of a 22.04 or a 24.04 version. Apart from this, it will not work. Make sure the server you are using or the server you are installing the ServerAvatar panel is a fresh server. And apart from this, you have to make sure about the firewall like the 22 port, 80, 443 and 43210 port should be open. 43210 port is for the ServerAvatar can communicate with your server. And apart from this, if you are using any external firewall, then at that also you have to enable the port for the 22, 80, 443 and 43210. Make sure you fulfill all the prerequisites that I have mentioned. So let's get started by installing the ServerAvatar Lite panel on your server with just running a command on a server. So make sure you have the fresh server. So let me log in into the server. So I will open a terminal and I will log in on the server by the use of SSH. Okay. Okay, see it is the fresh server I am using. It has a OS of 22.04 of Ubuntu. Okay, let me log in. Yes, I am been login as a root user. Now just you need to copy this command and you need to paste it on your server and it will automatically start installing. See, here you have to agree with the terms and conditions and with the privacy policies. So make sure you go through this and if you are agreed then type yes. Okay. Make sure your port has been opened like 2280.443.432.104. Here you have the options to select the web server according to your requirement. You can select. For this, I am gonna install a OLS, that is the Open Light Speed web server, and I will select the database as the MariaDB. See, this level of the flexibility has been given by the ServerAvatar to install a ServerAvatar Lite panel on your server. Within a few seconds it will be get installed and you will get the credentials. See, here you can see the server management URL. You can visit this URL and you can log in into the your server panel. So here is the username and password. If you anytime miss if you do not able to remember this username and password, then there is the one automatic file that has been generated by the ServerAvatar, that is the ServerAvatar info.txt. That is, here they have mentioned like ServerAvatar information saved. If you want to check, you can check it on a ServerAvatar info.txt. So let's type S and let's check where it is. Yeah, here you can directly see it has been there. So you can just, if you want to check, you can just type a ServerAvatar info.txt and you can see all the server management URL, hosting user credential and your server informations has been stored in a serveravatar.info.txt. Now first step is to log in into the server. So to log in into the ServerAvatar panel, we require to access this URL. So search it on a Google, Chrome, Safari, anything you have, and just here you have to enter a username and password. See, here one thing you have noticed that we didn't actually created any account on a ServerAvatar, or we did not connected any account with a ServerAvatar. We are just directly able to install the ServerAvatar Lite panel and we directly get the credentials for the ServerAvatar Lite panels. We do not require any account level information, or we do not need to create any account here. So here it will take a 5 to 15 minutes to set up your server. It will install all the prerequisites like a Redis, Git and a PHP, all the requirements that are available with the text that it has been configuring here. So it will take around a 5 to 15 minutes. So the server has been successfully configured with a ServerAvatar Lite panel. Here you can see the server panel. Here you can see all the details about your server, like server overview. You can check all the configurations, what are the specifications of the server, how many applications, database, cron jobs, applications users are there. You can also check what is the server load and the memory usage. Here you have the graphs to check and monitor the server load, query monitors, server resource usage. So let's check what are the services that are owned by the ServerAvatar. So in background, it is using the Open Light Speed, MySQL, Postfig, that is basically the SMTP, SSH, UFW, Redis, and Fail2Ban. These are the services currently working with a ServerAvatar. So if you want to use any of this, you can directly use this. Okay. Now let's move toward the first step is to hosting any application that show you the actual power of the ServerAvatar Lite panel. So let's start it. So first go to the applications. In applications, you can see the click on you can see the create an application. Click. So here you can have two ways to create an application. First is the one-click method. In one click, in OLS text, we have the two applications. One is a WordPress and the second is the PHP So with the one-click installation, you can install this, and you have the custom PHP way, that if you have your own PHP application, then you can use the custom PHP. So these are the two options. You have to host any WordPress site or any the custom PHP site or any PHP MyAdmin. So here you have to give just the application name, your any domain, primary domain name, and you can click on a create application. Then it has been started working. Apart from this, here you have the options for the the databases. You can create a database. Here you have to just click on a create a database and provide a name here, and you can click on a create database. It will create a database. Then you have the applications user. It will list out all the applications users, and we have the firewalls. make sure this is the best practice to use a server avatar or for the anything, that make sure your firewall is always on. If it is a internal or external, make sure both the firewall has been on. So, and then we have the next cron jobs. If you have any jobs that has to be done concurrent, that has to be done periodically, then you can set a cron jobs. Then we have the logs. Here you can see the all the logs like the open light speed access log, error log, authentication logs, MySQL logs, kernel log, maid log, Let's Encrypt. So these all logs you can see here. So currently we don't have any log, so it is showing that yeah, you don't have any log. Then we have the all the services that we already checked. Then in a settings you have the like you can change the server name, host name. You have the PHP CLI version you can change. Here they have provided the time zone that you can set the time zone according to your requirement or according to your region. Then we have the automatic server reboot. If you require to disable the automatic server reboot, then you can just enable this toggle button. If your project required a PHP project required a Node.js, then you can also install a Node.js for that project. Security settings, you have the security settings like SSH port is a 22. If you want to change, you can also change the SSH port from directly into the panel. So here you can see like others we have a Redis. Then if you want to change the password, here all the options the server avatar is providing. And another one is the web server default page. Here you can see there are the number of features that has been provided. You do not need to touch a command line. Just with a server panel you can able to perform the most of the things that you want to perform. Right now let's start with hosting a application that we have previously we have seen the process. Let's create a new some application to check the what are the features ServerAvatar Lite is providing on a application site. So let me create an application. Okay, we are gonna host a WordPress application, that is the one-click application. So here let me give the application name as a WordPress Lite. Okay, Lite testing. Let me give it like this. Okay, then we have to enter the primary domain. So I have the one domain name called as a cloudbase.fun. So I will use the cloudbase.fun. So I will use a app.cloudbase.fun. Make sure do not forget to add a record on a Cloudflare or wherever you are managing your domain. So make sure to add a record. Then we have the selector method. So we will select a WordPress, one click, and then we have the title. So let me give it as a ServerAvatar Lite. Then site language will be the English. It can be according to your preference. Whatever your preference for the language and also for the time you can select according to your preference. Then we have the username. So I will give a username as a Dharmil. And I will give an email as a dharmil@serveravatar.com. Okay. Here we need to generate a password. If you do not wish to generate a password, then you can provide your own password. Then we have a database name. So our database name is also gonna the same as a title. Okay. It has been done. If you require the Lightspeed cache plugin, then you can click on the enable installer Lightspeed cache plugin. Then click on create a application. Okay, the cannot only contain a number. Okay, we will move ahead and we will create an application. So it will take around 1 to 2 minutes to create or host a application on a panel. So let's wait. Yes, here you can see our website or our WordPress site has been successfully configured or hosted on a server. So let's check a demo. Okay, by click on a link. And here you can see our WordPress site has been successfully install. See, within just one click, it has been able to do hosting or deploying your application. So see how easily to configure or to host any application on a server by the use of ServerAvatar. Here they have provided the features like you can directly install the SSL certificate. Here you have the two ways, automatic installation and custom installation. Then we have the PHP settings on application sites. If you want to increase the memory limit, time zone, max input time, upload max file size, then you can update it here. Then we have the logs. If you want to check the application level logs, then you can also check it from here. And then we have the integrations for the Cloudflare integrations. And in a settings we are able to apply the settings on the applications level. So let's go to the settings. Yes, here you can change a custom web route. You can fix the ownership and permission and basic authentication maintenance mode. So these are some basic features that has been provided by the ServerAvatar Lite. So if you are using the Lite, then it is this all the features you will get. This has been powered by ServerAvatar. So here they have mentioned like what is the difference between the ServerAvatar Lite and ServerAvatar. So basically the one of the main important difference is the central management system. So here basically when you are using the Lite, you have to install it on each server that you are using. You cannot centrally manage. You cannot manage all the servers from one panel through a ServerAvatar Lite. So at that time you can move to the ServerAvatar. So you will get a single dashboard for managing multiple servers. You also don't have options for the teams and sharings. In a ServerAvatar you have the options where you can share with your team, you can invite your team, and you can collaborate with your team. If you want to share your server with external teams, that also rights you have. There are the features you have on a ServerAvatar panel, but in here Lite it has been limited. It has been not provided. In a site migrations and cloning, that has been not there in ServerAvatar Lite, but it is there in the ServerAvatar, where within just one click or within just 2 to 3 clicks you are able to migrate or clone your site. There are the security features like 2FA, IP white listening. These features are not there. And also that notification integrations, backups and restores are all not there. Apart from this, one of the main feature is not there in the ServerAvatar Lite is you will not get any support from the ServerAvatar. If you want to get a support, then you have to move to the ServerAvatar Lite to the ServerAvatar. So if you wish to move to the ServerAvatar to ServerAvatar Lite to a ServerAvatar, then it is the easy step. You can just create an account, and if you do not get it how to do it, then you can contact the support team. It is always there 24/7 to help you out on a ServerAvatar. But in a ServerAvatar Lite, it has been limited. So these are the difference between the ServerAvatar Lite and ServerAvatar. There are the many more features are available in a ServerAvatar on the basis of security side, on the basis of integration side. There are the many more things are there on a ServerAvatar. If you would like to check a ServerAvatar, then you can visit a serveravatar.com and you can create your account and you can start with a free trial. So this is the main basic difference between the ServerAvatar Lite and ServerAvatar, where ServerAvatar is the paid plan, you will get a 7 days free trial, but in a ServerAvatar Lite you have the free trial, you have the free panel which you can install it directly on a server, but there are some limitations are there, but still it is the useful and you can use it to make your hosting and everything on a server related, make it easy. So if you like the ServerAvatar Lite video, then please like, subscribe, and please do not forget to press the bell icon button to get more videos like this, and please do not forget to comment. Okay, thank you.